Hello besties, you're welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'll be teaching you on how to make this simple tote bag. If this looks like something very interesting, get ready. Fold your fabric with the length 15.5 as seen and the width 13.5. Let's go again. 15.5 and width 13.5. Now this depends on how large you want your tote bag. Then on one side of the tote bag, ensure you fold it once in, then you fold it again. Remember, fold it once in as seen below in the video and fold it again, then you stitch it down. Take the other end of the tote bag and repeat the same process. Fold it in once and fold it again the second time, then you stitch it down. Then for the handle of the tote bag, for the length, we'll be making use of 26 inches and the width 4 inches. Now, this depends on how long you want your tote bag handle to be. Okay, for this particular one, I wanted it this long. Now, you fold it in once as seen in the video on one edge and repeat the same method on another edge. Then you fold it again into two. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please watch the process. Fold it in once and then fold it again into two. Now, to make it easier for you to fold it in, make sure you iron each edge. Okay? Iron it before you fold it in to make it easier for you. Then you stitch it down. Let's go again. Fold it in once and fold it in again into two. Watch what I'm doing. Fold it in before folding it into two. Then you stitch on it down to the end of the length. Now, while you are doing this, ensure that each part is equal. Then, depending on what design you want to make, for this particular design, I cut in another extra piece of cloth to make this heart shape design. On the body of the tote bag, I cut in extra half of another material, placed my zip on it face down, and I stitched on it. Remember, while fixing your zip, ensure that the zip is faced down, not upward. Zip is faced down while you're stitching it, and make sure the edge of the zip, the iron, is starting from the beginning of the tote bag. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but please just watch what I'm doing. Okay? All right. After doing this, ensure that all threads are removed. Now stitch on the extra fabric you have on it so that to enable it to be firm on the tote bag. Take the other part of the zip and repeat the same process as you did earlier. Make sure the zip is faced down on the fabric, on the wrong side of the fabric, as you can see me do there. Okay, then for the handle, from the edge of the tote bag, come inward by 3.5 inches. Now this depends on how wide you want the handle to be apart. From the end of the fabric or your tote bag, come inwards by 3.5 inches. Then fix your handle as seen in the video. Make sure the closed edge, the part which is on fold, is at the end of that mark you placed earlier. Let's go again. Make sure the part which is on fold, not the part you sewn. The part you sewn will be inside, while the edge will be outside. I don't know if you understand me, but please follow the process and the video. Okay? Make sure the part on fold is at the beginning of the mark you made earlier, as you can see in the video. Then you double stitch. When making a handbag, always ensure to double stitch, because sometimes we end up carrying more loads that is required for the handbag, and I've seen a lot of people do this. Okay, so while you are doing this process, ensure you repeat the same process at the other end of the tote bag. But one thing is certain, for your handbag to be firm, make sure you double stitch, as I've said. Double stitch so that it will hold the handbag firmly and to be able to carry as much things you want it to take at a particular time without it breaking. Okay, so repeat this process on the other end of the tote bag as seen. Then the next step, measure 3 inches downwards for your design. Now this designs depends on whatever you want to do. If you choose to take it for printing and writing names on it, fine, you can also do that. At this stage, you just take it to the printer and they will do it for you. But for today, we are putting on this design, this heart-shaped design. So I came down by 3 inches downwards after the main fabric, placed the 3 designs on it and stabilized it with a pin. Now ensure that you come inward by half or 1 inch or 1.5 inch inward before placing the design, so that you will have enough space to stitch these 2 sides of the tote bag. Now watch what I'm doing. After you have done this, go to your sewing machine and stitch it round. Make sure you stitch it round as seen. Stitch everything round and ensure that all threads are removed. Then unfold. After making sure each patterns and design is stable, pick the other edge of the length of the tote bag, making sure that everything is equal. Fix the zip inward, as you can see me do there. Fix the zip inward and do that halfway. Then push in the handle inside the tote bag, so that you'll be able to zip inside at least half of it, to half of the length of the bag, to enable you stitch the tote bag downward, as you can see me do there. Make sure everything is equal from the top to the side of the tote bag, should be equal. Then you stitch it down, as you can see me do. Repeat the same process on the other side. Take out all threads that are inside the tote bag, and if possible at this stage you take it to the weaving machine to weave. You can also cut short the remaining part of the zip if you wish, but it's not really necessary. So with this, you pull out the tote bag and make sure everything is out, as you can see me do in the video. With this comes the end of our tote bag tutorial. See how beautiful our bag turns out to be. Now, do you love this? This is something you can do 4 to 5, 6 as the case may be. You can even do it for occasion and supply it. That will give you your urgent 2K. Now, this is our tote bag. Is it not lovely? So you can also go to take it to the ironing table and make sure you iron everything, so that you have something very smooth and beautiful. See our tote bag. If you have come this far, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel to encourage me make more videos. Thank you so much. You can also order for your tote bags from me, as I supply to people in wholesale price and in retail price. Until my next video, see you later. Bye.